Hey guys, I just want to really quickly go over the balance patch that was being done for Thieves. Three big things that I think people need to be informed about. One is initiative. That's the number one thing I think. The number two thing is uh, sword dagger, which is what I'm seeing people complaining about, and dagger pistol, permastealth thieves. I'm gonna go over all three of them really quickly and my opinion on them. Some of it's fact, but some of it's opinion, obviously. The fact of the matter is that people complaining about initiative I think are not fully grasping how powerful our boost to the base regen is. I've listed the numbers on the side. I know some of you guys are not comfortable with math, and I know some of you never want to see numbers in your life. I understand that. But bear with me for a second. I'm going to really quickly go over it. What I've done is I've normalized the numbers to be what kind of initiative you get every second if you cast or use the method of initiative regen um, as quickly as possible, basically. So on the left, you can see that we started out with 0.75 initiative every second, or to put that into other terms, 3 initiative every 4 seconds, or 7.5 initiative every 10 seconds. And that's going to change over to 1 every second. So in 10 seconds, you'll get 10 initiative instead of 7.5. That's like, if you go over to this trade over here gives you 2 initiative every 10 seconds. On top of your base, that's only giving you 9.5 initiative every 10 seconds. So just to understand that the base regen that you'll be receiving in the balance patch will be more than if you took this trait today. Like this trait will be built in to your base regen. That's how powerful our basic regen is getting buffed. It's a great change. I'm really happy they're doing it. They're narrowing down plasticity of initiative regen, basically, not initiative itself, but the regen. And I think that's going to help them. I think that's going to give them a platform to do better balancing patches in the future. I mean, I have faith in them that they're doing this for a good reason. And it's, I've done the numbers on the side. If you want to go and take your build, if you're comfortable with math, and you take your build, you look at your sources of initiative regen, you add up the numbers on the left side here, and then you add up the numbers on the right side, and you can compare like the pre and like the after the balance. I'm pretty amazed right now. In a lot of my builds, I'm actually getting more initiative than I would have normally gotten. This is a very strong buff, um, and I encourage the people who are math savvy or not, worried about crunching a little bit of numbers to see what their builds are going to be like today and what they're going to be like after they're balanced. I don't think initiative is something that people need to be worrying about. On the subject of Sword Dagger Thieves, if you're worried about initiative, I gotta tell you right now, you're using Initiative Infiltrator Signet, right? That's what this is called? Yeah. This one and this are some very serious forms of initiative regen that you have. And they're not being affected by the patch, so don't worry about it. You're gonna have plenty of initiative to play with. What is affecting Sword Dagger Thieves is the fact that um, you're only removing one boon per hit, and that patch already came through. That's something that exists already, and that vigor is being cut down a little bit. And lastly, that sword number 2 is going to have a little bit of a cast time, I think, to return. I think it's a quarter of a second. I really don't think these things are going to really affect sword dagger compared to what it is today. I don't think so. And that's my opinion. I haven't actually crunched the numbers fully, but if you're into that kind of thing, go for it. My gut instinct is that we're not going to have a problem. We're getting a very serious amount of initiative from this trait here in that build. Because every 9 seconds, you're getting 3 initiative back. That's a very serious amount of sustain there that we're adding on. Um, so initiative isn't the problem. Vigor may be a problem, but I think we'll be okay. And the aftercast on Sword 2 is also a little bit up to the playstyle and situational use. It's not something that I always use in a fight with my Sword Dagger. Mostly I used my Sword Dagger Thief to harass the enemy team to think that they needed 2 players or 3 players to try to kill me, because they often do. You have a lot of survivability on that build, and that's what I used to help my team have higher numbers in other fights, because I knew I could take those hits and evade them. on that build. So most people that I know are still using the sword dagger because they didn't really care about the boon head, and the other ones who did care about the boon head switched over to dagger pistol, 1030, 0030. And if you're doing that build, which was popularized by Cade, the sword dagger was popularized by Jumper, I think, or I know it was popularized by Jumper. Cade is the one that I'm not sure about. I think that's the one who did the 1030, 0030 dagger pistol one, um, but I'm not sure. And sorry, but for those people, in terms of initiative, we're gonna have 20% more initiative regen than we're used to. That's like a buff. We're just getting more initiative on that build. That's great. So PvP wise, no complaints. Um, in PvE wise, I gotta tell you guys, like, don't worry about initiative. Like, we're having this thing built in. If you ever felt like you had to go into this tree to get this, so you had more initiative to like feel free to spam your skills a little bit more, you're gonna have that built into your initiative pool now. Regen, sorry. So don't worry about it. Like PvE wise, we've got some good changes too. Perma stealth thieves. This is the one that's bugging people. This is the last topic I want to really quickly touch on. People are worried about perma stealth thieves being hit too hard, and in my personal opinion, I'm not really quite sure how this trait is being changed, but I did not like Permastyle Thieves. I played one, I enjoyed it. It helped me understand Thieves a little bit better, but truly speaking, my damage was ruined by this build. Not only because I had to go 30 points into here, but because I would spend time in stealth trying to like not get hit and to regain my health. And that's just time you're spending not attacking, basically. Um, I would say that I'm happy that if permastealth thieves don't exist in the future, that'd be great. But I think they'll be okay too. I think it'll be better balanced. In World versus World, I don't think those are skilled players. I really don't. I think they're using thieves in a way that's that may work in a organized group because you're confusing players and whatnot. But I really like the players who are alone and they're just like harassing people. I don't think they're um, I think they have a higher security in their skills than they actually may have because a lot of players don't understand how permastealth thieves work, and it doesn't take a lot of skill to do it. Um, and I think they're trolls. I say this as a main thief, and it took a long time to say that because I'm worried about the backlash there. But I suppose if you're not a thief and you're getting harassed by the thieves, this is a good change for you because they won't do that. And if you are a thief who was using the permastyle thief, I would encourage you to look into other builds because there should be more variety to what's effective on a thief. I don't think we should be pigeonholed into the permastyle thief, and I don't think we are even. I think a lot of people use it as a crutch. Not saying if you are a permastyle thief that you are, but you know, I just think a lot of people. I think too many people are using it as a crutch, and I am looking forward to that change. Actually, I think thieves should not be used that way. Just my opinion. The first two pretty factual, but the third one on the permastyle thief, I understand that as opinion, and I may have come across strong on that opinion. I apologize if it hurt your feelings or something. Um, but yeah, I think we have some good changes coming forward, and I wanted to mostly explain that this trait is being built into our initiative. People don't get that for some reason. Anyways, take care.